In this video, we're going to take a look at how you can identify your emotions, and we're going to share with you different tips and tricks on how you can identify your feelings more easily. If in the past you ate something that made you feel sick, you'd be less likely to eat that thing in the future. Physical reactions, just like emotional reactions, are a way for us to learn. If going swimming makes you happy, you are likely to seek out the activity again. If something, on the other hand, makes us afraid or sad, we will see it as a proof to avoid the event, activity, or person in the future. Emotions are a guiding mechanism. They can give you insights into the inner workings of your mind. Emotions show you what's really important for you, what you care about, or what you like or dislike. In addition, research shows that when people are more knowledgeable about their emotional states, they do a better job at regulating them. So, being aware of your emotional state is the first step towards emotional intelligence. This means asking yourself questions like, how am I feeling? What emotion am I feeling right now? And why am I feeling this way? I am fully aware that once you stop watching this video, you will go back to your life and most likely forget everything that we've talked about here. But of course, we don't want that to happen. Keeping a check on your emotions requires conscious effort and practice, and it gets a lot easier with time. Main message here, be patient with yourself. Not everything is going to change in one day. But there are a couple of things that we can do to ease the whole process. For example, you can turn the question, how am I feeling, into a notification on your phone. Consider checking in with yourself at least once per day. Once the notification pops up, take a moment to think about your current emotional state, or write down the answer into the notes of your phone. Another great way of getting in touch with your feelings is journaling. Take your journal and write in the question, how am I feeling? And start writing whatever thoughts come into mind. It might begin with realizing how you are feeling physically, up until considering your mental state. What emotions are you feeling? In case you are having trouble naming your mental state, you can use a couple of tools for inspiration. You can simply Google types of emotions and look for the one that feels right to you in the moment. The Plotchik's Wheel of Emotions is one of the tools you can use. Another trick is identifying your mental state with an emoji. Choose an emoji that fits how you're feeling right now, and then write a word that matches what the emoji is expressing. Ask yourself, how am I feeling? Choose an emoji that matches your emotion, and then describe that emoji in a word. Now, why is it important that we match words to the emojis? Well, it's because we don't think in emojis, we think in words. When we talk to ourselves, we use language, we use words. Through this, you will not only gain more clarity for yourself, but it will also ease the communication with others. A huge part of emotional intelligence is expressing your feelings. And there's exactly the difference between saying, I am angry with you right now, or slamming the door and leaving the room. So that was emotion identification. But going down to our previous exercise, and actually the question for this video, how am I feeling? We're going to take a look at how we can take this a step further. Once you've identified what you're feeling, let's take a look at it in more detail. To really benefit from this exercise, consider using one of the most magical words in our language. It's really a unicorn among the words. Our magical word is the word why. For example, if at some point you write, I am feeling sad, follow it up with a why. In this way, you will not only be able to identify your emotions, but you will also gain an insight into the origin of your emotions. This will become very useful in managing your emotions later on, but we'll focus more on that in the future videos. Identifying your emotions is great for gaining a deeper insight into your mind, but actually, it also helps you to manage your emotions on the spot when you're faced with a specific situation. For example, when you are feeling overwhelmed in a social setting with a specific conversation or while doing a task, you can also do a quick mental check-in by asking yourself, How am I feeling? What emotion am I feeling? Keeping a check on your emotions will save you from a lot of unnecessary suffering. And knowing what you are feeling and why is the first step towards becoming emotionally intelligent. A question for this video is going to be, how am I feeling? But this time we're also going to combine it with a challenge, which is going to be a lot of emoji fun. Set a notification in your phone asking yourself, how am I feeling? Then go into notes and choose at least one emoji which fits your mental state. Then, just like we already said, choose a word to go with the emoji. Check in with yourself at the end of the week. Did it become easier for you to identify how you're feeling? This exercise is guaranteed to improve your self-awareness. Self-awareness means having conscious knowledge about yourself, who you are, and how you feel. And that's why the next couple of videos are going to be focused on who you are and who you would like to become. You just watched an exclusive preview of the Emotional Intelligence for Millennials online course. To get the full access, follow the link in the description box below.